Hey guys, Danielle here, just reporting for the month that was May. Thanks for joining me. Jumping straight into sales, the month of May saw 64 recorded properties on realestate.com. As always, most of that stock does sit in the south market to a smaller proportion sitting in port. The month of May saw 31 properties go under offer on realestate.com by all agencies. Happy to report that 22 of those were conducted by Team Hedland First National and 14 of those by my direct team. Of the 14 under offers that we did see for the month of May, happy to report that it was literally 7 to owner occupiers and 7 to investors, so a serious mixed bag when it came to the buyer realm. On your screen are all the happy settlements that we did see for the month of May. Happy to report that we saw 11 settlements through my direct team, and we saw again a mixed bag. We saw 6 of them go to investors and 5 of them to local families. So well done and congratulations to everyone that had their happy settlement day for May. Before I jump into leasing, guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is the federal budget. Obviously, there has been so much press around this nationally, not just in WA. To be honest, in my opinion, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but for our market being a cash flow positive market, only half of the announcement really impacts and flows down to our market. A lot of people have been asking me, how has it impacted our market? What is Hedland doing? To be honest, we haven't actually seen any serious impacts as yet, because most of the people buying into our market were buying for cash flow positive. So that hasn't changed. If anything, we actually are seeing more investors come into the market because now there isn't the benefit to buy negative gearing. So for that reason, it makes more sense to come to our market. When it comes to owner occupiers, it doesn't matter if you're negative geared or positive geared, left geared or right geared, that doesn't impact those buyers. So again, we haven't really seen much change from the buyers. We have seen, however, a lot of sellers ringing up a little bit nervous with all the forecasting that's happening in the market space about what's going to happen. No one has the crystal ball. All I can say is that Hedland is its own little bubble. We do our own things in our own pace. We certainly are better prepared and positioned to ride out any future whatevers opposed to the metro market. So if you'd like more information on the budget and how it's impacting your Hedland investment, please reach to me directly and I'm happy to discuss each property on an individual basis. Nothing like a double-edged sword. Just as we have a budget announcement, let's throw in a interest rate rise. Ooh, yay, love it, team. So again, that's probably actually got more impact on our market than what the budget did. So we did see the Reserve Bank increase the reserve rate by 0.25 again. So we're sitting at 4.35. Certainly not the 18% that our mum and dads would have seen back in their time, but it is still in line to literally where we were last year before the rate did start to fall. So that, if anything, is putting pressure on some sellers, but it is not deterring buyers. As I mentioned, we are still seeing a healthy uptake of all of our properties with a combination of local buyers and also investors. Jumping into leasing, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 64 recorded properties on realestate.com for rent. Same number as sales. As always, we see most of that stock sitting in the south market to a much smaller proportion sitting in port. The leasing team saw 18 executed leases for the month that was May. 2,700 was our highest lease. That was a pretty wow factor property, and you're best to talk directly about that one to Amy. However, across the board, it was a strong month again in leasing, and our vacancy rate remains at the 1% for Hedland First National. Jumping into industry, guys, as always, I'd encourage you to jump on our social media pages because all of these stories are there and in a lot more detail. The first story, guys, was released by the state government, just reiterating the critical supply of housing in the region and how it is at its all-time low. We're already seeing this in the rents, in the vacancy rate and all of these things. So this isn't new, but there is a full story from the state government around their concerns around this and what they're trying to do to combat it. Just like the housing shortage, that reflects directly in sale prices. REWA, the Real Estate Institute of WA, announced that Hedland led the charge for the medium house growth for the first quarter of 2026. 6.9% on medium was gained in the Hedland market, and it leads as the regional leader for all of WA. So that was nice to see some growth, and will be nice to see what happens this coming quarter also. FMG were in a lot of articles and a lot of videos really talking about their green energy, their solar farm, and basically a bit of a oomph to BHP saying you said it couldn't be done, but here it is, and doing so in video. So a lot of imagery around what they're doing and progressing in that green space, and good on FMG for making their impact. Guys, there was a lot about lithium as well. First of all, Gina Reihard is looking in that space as prices surge in the lithium market. We also saw MinRes and POSCO talk about a joint venture. So they're back on the, well, POSCO is back on the drawing board, I guess, but there was a lot around lithium, and with the prices increasing, obviously, naturally, for Gina to be looking in that space as well. So for more of those stories and more, please jump onto my social medias. And before I wrap up, guys, I just want to say thank you for all of your patience over the last few months. As you know, I have been transitioning from my assistance of 3 years with Shaz and Antoinette to my new team, which is now Hannah and Paris. So happy to announce that Paris came on board this month. She joins us from another real estate agency here in town with 8 years property management and leasing experience, but also with the sales registration. To say that my life has been so much easier in the last 3 weeks is an understatement. These girls have really hit the floor running and are doing exceptional things with amazing feedback already being received. So thank you for everyone that's had to wait a little bit longer to get replies, but we are back at a full team and we look forward to working with you. And guys, that's a wrap. Look, we are in the final month of this financial year. Mind blown. For everyone needing their usual annual appraisals for tax purposes, you know where to find us. But as I said, full team now. So for all of your property goals, whether it be sales, residential, commercial, leasing, you know where to find us. We look forward to working with you, and we'll report back again next month.